Really need a hug. Guys, I had such a rough week. I did not plan to make this video, but I had such a rough emotional week. And honestly, guys, I woke up crying, I went to bed crying, and I'm gonna try not to cry in this video. And really what I'm gonna share with you today is 5 ways that I pull myself together and show up towards my goals, to pursue my goals, to level up in this life when I'm going through a mentally hard time, or when you're going through mental battles in itself. How to continue leveling up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And for all my girls, my family that has been growing with me, hello. Also, you guys just add to me, you add to my smiles. So when I do show up, it's because I know that you guys show up for me, and it means so much. I dropped a few videos last week, and I dropped those videos, but you had no idea behind those videos. I'm here literally tossing and turning in my own emotions, and I just wanted to show up and show you guys that I'm human and I have emotions too. I'm not just your coach helping you get it together in life. And these 5 things that have truly helped me in the last week as I reflect on still showing up for my goals. Yes, I still had to show up no matter what. I had clients that were scheduled, I had calls that were scheduled, and I was like, I'm a Scorpio, I cannot fake my mood. I cannot fake my energy. If I don't like something, if I don't like someone, you're gonna know. But when it comes to my clients and pouring into people, I have to really check myself, just because I'm mentally going through it, I cannot pour that energy into people. I was going through doors and I was asking people, how are you? Meanwhile, I was breaking down inside. The one thing that I did and that came first was leaning closer to God and His Word for reassurance. This is not something that I would always do. My walk with God has been very brand new. I'm learning every single day, and I'm trying to be intentional every single day. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to build a relationship with God, just like I would want to build a relationship with you or anyone else that I come across. Whether it's in your dating life, you have to put an effort to learn about somebody in order to build a relationship with them. And so that this is a season that I'm currently in, is like really studying the Word and understanding it, breaking it down for my understanding, to know that when you're lost or when you feel like you have no one to talk to or turn to, I'm not about to go tell my business to my friends either. I stopped doing that a long time ago. And I don't always want to go and cry to my mom about everything that I'm going through. God is just always there. And in His Word, when you are looking for reassurance, when you're looking for comfort, when you're looking for satisfaction in that moment, we turn to bad coping mechanisms. I really wanted to turn to the Word that is always going to reassure me that you're okay, you're gonna get through this. This is just a season, this is just a moment. And I needed that reassurance that this is just a season, Shen. Stand strong, be bold, because God's plan is greater than where you are right now, where you currently are in your emotions, how you currently feel right now. I spent morning and night crying and just praying over my emotions right now because they were very heavy. And there's tons of things going on in the world. There's tons of uncertainty going on in the world. There's plane crashing every day in the world. There's so much chaos and division in the world, and lack of community, because honestly, that's what I feel like in the city that I currently live in. So I constantly feel alone, and we're going to talk about that. But I know that when I turn to God, I always feel so much better knowing that I'm okay, I'm not alone, and I do not lack anything. And when I when I am reminded and reassured that I don't lack anything, God has a greater purpose for me than where I am right now. I was in church today, and I remember the pastor just saying, like, you are meant to be here. Like, if you weren't meant to be here, if you were not meant to be here, you would have been gone a long time ago. We take each day for granted. right? Not actually looking at if God didn't want you to get up and push through all your obstacles and battles, you wouldn't be here. And the situations that we go through, the obstacles, the challenges that we go through constantly, He's bringing us through them. No matter how long it takes, no matter how uncertain those uncomfortable moments feel, no matter what emotions of anxiety or depression or of lack or comparison may come up or erupt, honestly, He's always going to bring you through it when you seek Him closer. And so whether you believe in God or not, I'm just sharing my experience because that is where I was this week. And I'm just hoping for a better week as I move into a new week. And when you guys see this, it's going to be on Monday. Because I was going through, I would say, emotional battles this week, I really did not want to show up. I really wanted to cancel on all of my clients. Mind you, I've been a coach for over 5 years. I never cancel on my clients. I put my clients first after God. I don't have any kids, but they come as priority because I know that I'm on this earth to serve and show up no matter how I feel. And I had to really just lean into God's word to be like, I need you right now. I need your strength. I just need you to hold me up right now because I'm struggling to hold myself up right now. And oftentimes we lean on the exterior to hold us up, or we go into coping mechanisms that don't actually add to us. Let me tell you something. When I used to be like emotionally or mentally distraught, I would love my cannabis. This is where I would be in my car zoning out, or I would go into a workout and I'm just trying to let go of my demons, but in a way where I'm not in touch with what my actual emotions. I'm not in touch with what's actually going on inside of me that I actually need to deal with. And listen, I had to tell myself, that is not you anymore. I put those things away a long time ago. I gave up a lot of things when I first started my YouTube channel, and I actually hit 1,000 subscribers on my second YouTube channel today, Stronger with Shen. And I just knew that in this journey, especially where the world is going and all this chaos and uncertainty, I'm a person that has such a big heart. And when I feel suffering, when I see it, anytime I hear it, it just breaks me. I'm a person that wants to pour into other people and see them overcome things. And I know it's not going to be, it's easier said than done for other people. Everyone is going to deal with their situations differently. Me, I know that I'm a soldier, I'm a fighter, I'm a push past it, and I'm just not one to back down from a fight. But that's not the case for everybody else. So when I see that, I'm like, how can I show you your power, your greatness, your strength, what you are capable of pushing past? It breaks me. But every time I get back into the scripture, I just remember that God's plan is bigger than where I am, where you currently are right now. So whatever season you're in right now, however you may be feeling, whether it's alone, lost, uncomfortable, uncertain, you just don't know what, the world is weird. I just want you to know that you are here for greatness. No matter what's going on around you, you are here for greatness. So keep your focus strong and don't forget about what God has for you is bigger than where you are right now. Hey y'all, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment some hearts down below. Send me some hugs too, because I honestly could use a hug. But number 2 is going to be put yourself together. I had to put myself together and my hair. I know y'all see the hair color. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But I had to put myself together because I notice, and you probably notice this too, when you're not feeling good, especially emotionally, you're maybe crying, you're up and down, you want to eat like crap, or you just want to self-sabotage, right? I know I've been there where I'm like, oh, I'm just not going to eat today, or I'm just going to carry myself lagging around the house or just lagging through life just because I'm not feeling good, right? Or things are happening to me, things are happening around me. What's the point? And when you put yourself together, you actually will feel way better about yourself. When I put myself together, I remind myself, girl, what are you tripping about right now? What are you tripping about? Because God could change your life in a second. And He's always giving you better. So what are you tripping about in this moment right now? Why you feel like you can't push through and put yourself together and go and do what you have to do to show up for whoever, show up for your people, show up for yourself. right? If you just get into that state of crying and just being a bum and just sobbing in your bed and just scrolling and just watching the world go by, yes, you're just watching the world and the time go by. God did not wake you up. God did not wake me up this morning for me to waste my precious life just sobbing. And that's why I read the word, because I was like, nah, God, you got to remind me that you have power and strength to push through any obstacle. I got myself ready and I made a video, right? I did many things where I was like, I may not be in the mood, but I'm going to do the bare minimum. When you put yourself together, you have a different vibe and a different feeling rather than just going through this life on survival mode or just going through this life because it's so uncertain. You're not here to just live. You're here to actually live. You're here to make something of your life, to create your life, to reinvent yourself as many times, recreate yourself as many times, to glow up continuously even through the uncertainty and the challenges. Honestly, guys, when you put yourself together, your appearance is going to impact your mindset and honestly how you carry yourself. This is going to help you feel empowered to go and pursue your goals, not to sit in your bed. Because I know if I look this fine, why would I be laying on my couch? Why would I be laying in my bed? No, it's not gonna happen. I was walking by people and I was just like, hi, how are you? And I remember the people that stopped and held the door open, or the people that stopped and they were having a conversation with me real quick. And I remember those people last week when I was having my shitstorm. And that really just made me feel like, wow, just the simple things of saying hi or smiling at someone really made me feel a lot softer, calmer, less sad. And it just put yourself together. It's gonna be hard to want to put yourself together when you're emotionally or mentally not feeling well. But trust me, when you remind yourself that you are your own Barbie, you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are everything, you're perfect in God's eyes, and you're enough to show up right now. Definitely when I put myself together last week, it was a struggle, but no regrets, because I feel like me putting myself together also prepared me to shoot some of my rawest content with where I am emotionally, what I'm going through in this world right now. And that also opens up more vulnerability for transparency and connection. And I feel like that's what the world is missing, because we see all these pretty pictures. If I just made a video and I didn't share really how I felt, you guys would be like, oh, she's fine, she's doing fine on the other side. But the world needs transparency. The world needs your connection. The world needs you to just be yourself and show up, to know that you are here to serve. You are here to learn from your obstacles and your experiences and also change more lives. So just know that every new day is an opportunity for you to still push, is a new opportunity for you to continue creating the life that you desire and to building yourself. Trust me, because your character is built when you show up and you push through those obstacles. Number 3, remind yourself of your why. Baby, I had to remind myself of why I show up, why I do what I do. When I think of my clients, and I even go back and I read all of my reviews, and I only have 5-star reviews, but my clients, they keep in touch with me, they talk to me, whether it's a personal training client or a life coaching client. You guys, like, messages, when I go back and read absolutely everything, and daily I have messages, I'm just reassured that I'm doing the right thing. And even when I'm not feeling my best, but I put you guys first, you fill me up, you add to my smile, you add to my reasoning. And before I even had YouTube, this is what my clients do for me. And it's such a blessing to be able to pour into people and see their lives change. I've had many clients that they desired to have children and they were struggling. And just by working with me, they were able to get pregnant and have some children. And I also have clients where they were supposed to have surgery, and just by working with me, we prevented surgery. I'll show you guys here. I had a client that she had been working with me for so long, and one day she was in an ATV accident, and the doctors were very hesitant if she would walk ever again. And she came back to me and she was like, Shen, I believe that you're gonna help me. And she's on the runway now. And when I just, I am not crying today. When I think of all of the clients that I've been able to help, and even you guys, of like just sharing my experiences through life, that reminds me of my why. And you got to find your why. I feel like a lot of people move through this world and it's very superficial. And it's all about the pretty pictures. And I think as I'm getting to learn more about myself and really ground myself in knowing that I don't need what everyone else has, and I don't need what the world has. I don't need to be what the world wants me to be, whatever that is. I took myself off of social media for a reason, to find myself, to get rooted in my own values, my own morals, and to create a happy space for myself, not what should be aesthetically nice for the world. And when you figure out what truly makes you happy, you will come alive because you're showing up for a greater reason, not to be flashy, not to prove other people wrong, not to prove yourself to other people, but genuinely you want to add to the world. You want to contribute to the society. You want to contribute in the world. And when my father passed, I was like, oh, when it's my turn, how do I want to be remembered? And that changed my life. And so this week I was really just reflecting, and I shared a post. I was like, hey guys, I woke up and I wasn't really feeling that great, but on my mind, I was thinking about this one thing, and it was, how do I want to act, or how would I act when it's time to be in heaven? And now anytime I have thoughts in my head that don't align with the desired me, my higher self, the more beautiful, calming, confident, bold, generous, authentic version of myself, graceful version of myself, then I remind myself of that question. How do I want to act or be in heaven? Because you're not gonna have these problems. You're not gonna be able to act all this crazy either, right? And say things out of your mouth or think certain thoughts either, because it's heaven, right? But just not to drift too much. As you start to take some time to learn about yourself and really sit in your emotions and just become aware of what throws you off and address the feelings and emotions that are going on in your current season, you will gain more clarity. That's all I'm trying to say. You will gain more clarity, and I hope you get to understand your why a little bit more. Because once you understand your why, you will be able to push past those days when you don't want to show up. Number 4, break tasks into small, achievable steps. When you're not feeling great, when I'm not doing so well, I have to make sure I'm doing the bare minimum of everything. I didn't want to do my cardio. Maybe I didn't want to do 30 minutes. I believe that's how it was feeling, but I did 20 minutes. I'm also training my partner's sister a few times a week. And so even though I wanted to cancel on her, I wanted to cancel on everyone this week, I still showed up because I know how much it means to her and how much it means to me as well, just to see her making so much progress and feeling confident in the gym. Last week, even though I was going through some mental battles, she had received a compliment from someone in the gym, and they were like, hey, I saw your form. I saw your form on the pull-up machine and it was so good. You've been doing so well. And she felt so good. And imagine if I canceled on her. You know what I mean? And so imagine if you cancel on your goals. Imagine if you cancel on showing up. The opportunities that you're missing, even just to see your greatness work and move through other people's life. Imagine if I canceled on her. I wouldn't be able to see this moment and be like, wow, I was a part of the reason why she's gonna feel this good and see changes and feel stronger. And so we did the bare minimum. We showed up, okay? And knowing that she has cardio goals as well, I was like, you know what, girl, we're gonna stay a little bit longer and I'm gonna do my cardio and we're gonna chat I got things done. I did the bare minimum. Luckily, I had food already prepped. I did the bare minimum. I ate well as best as I could. And I ate a few Oreos too. But I tried my best to not self-sabotage, and I don't feel like I did at all. I went to bed on time. Some nights I stayed up longer than others, just crying and pouring into God. And that's what you have to do sometimes. But start small and take baby steps when you're not feeling your best, and try not to self-sabotage, because trust me, when you self-sabotage, you're only hurting yourself, you're only hindering your goals, you're only going to be further from your goals. And what happens when you pull yourself out of that funk? Right? It's not going to last forever. So obviously there's happier days that are going to come about. The sun is always going to shine, because yesterday the sun was not out and it came out today. The sun will always come out, but you got to be ready to step out of that moment and be like, it was just a moment. It's behind me now. But don't self-sabotage yourself to the point where you stay down. There are so many people that are dealing with addictions because that has been their coping mechanisms. Now, as a health coach, I don't say, oh, you can't drink, you can't do that. I believe everything is in certain things. Let me be clear, certain things are meant to be in this world for balance, not for overconsumption or over abusing, or for abuse. And let's talk about the alcohol. Alcohol should be balanced, not a coping mechanism for when you're not doing well. It's just like smoking. Overall, with smoking, I don't recommend it. It's not something where I'd be like, yes, you can balance, you can incorporate that in your life as balance. No, I'm not going to be the one to encourage that behavior, because I am somebody who had to cut it out because I know that it wasn't serving my life at all. We can't even be smoking once a month. It doesn't work. Anything that you can become addicted to because of a quick dopamine fix, you should not be having it. You should not have it in your house. You should not have it around you. Those should be non-negotiables to it's a no. It's like sugar. If you are so heavily attached to something or heavily attached to the sugar, right? Alcohol, substances, you should not have it around you, because these are coping mechanisms that you will reach for when you're emotionally or mentally not well. It's just like intercourse with the wrong people. When you're not doing well, you're mentally and emotionally looking for a fix of satisfaction in that moment because you don't want to deal with what you're going through right now. You have to deal with your emotions. You have to become aware of when you're not doing well and have better coping mechanisms, or else you are just digging yourself a hole. I say this because I've been there. I've done it all. And lastly here, number 5 is going to be surround yourself with positivity. The people that you surround yourself is heavily important. Now, during the time of me being mentally and emotionally distraught, I really didn't want to lean on my partner. Sometimes I just don't want the testosterone, estrogen. I wish I had some solid group of friends around me. Mind you, a lot of my friends live in Toronto or just around the world. They're spread out, and not many of them live in Calgary. I didn't grow up here. I came here in my mid-20s when I was going through a breakup, and I isolated myself for a few of those years before I ventured out into running my own business. And then I was competing. So since I was competing, it was hard for me to make friends. So I just don't know that many people, but tons of people know me based on Instagram. I used to be heavily active on my Instagram and just had tons of internet friends, which I feel like it's really important to also have friends that you can do fun things with in person, right? I don't need to, listen, you can be going through a hard time, but that doesn't mean just because you go and hang out with your friend that you have to let it all out with your friend. I feel like there are boundaries to your emotions and to what you share with people. And honestly, sometimes you can be draining other people's energy just by constantly nagging about your problems. I feel like talk to God or write it in a journal or a therapist, right? But when you're going to go and spend time, when you plan on spending time with your people, go and have fun. Go and have a good time and make great memories, because you're going to laugh some more. You're going to create experiences. You're going to fill your cup because you were empty. It's going to make you come alive. I decided this week that I was going to work out of home a lot. So I decided to be in the gym more. I decided to go to coffee shops and do any of my editing there. I took myself out for dinner, just a casual dinner. I didn't want to get dressed up. I did make dinner reservations for a date night, but I canceled it. I just didn't want to get ready, honestly. I just really didn't want to get ready, but I just did the bare minimum of that I could do. I watched my favorite YouTuber, so that always fills my cup. I did my hair, but overall, just surrounding yourself with great individuals, whether you have that one close friend or you just join a new circle or you try a new activity. During the moments where you're not feeling your greatest, you just never know what can come about through those experiences. I told my client this week to go to the gym and start to smile and look around the room and smile at people. And she said that she had a few new conversations. And I was like, girl, see, this is the start to building your confidence and to also making friends. And that's how you actually make friends, by entering spaces that may make you uncomfortable and starting up a little conversation. Hi, how are you? Or complimenting someone and just smiling. You know, even when you're not feeling your greatest, smiling will do it for you. Your smile, it's like when somebody smiles at you, you smile back. When I smile, or if I'm going through a hard time, a hard season, a hard day, I woke up and I'm just not feeling my best. When I smile and I smile at myself in the mirror or I smile at other people, it just changes the mood. What's the word? It's so magnetic, right? The last thing you want to do is walk around with a bitter attitude, because that's also magnetic. When you stub your foot and you're like, oh, the day, and you're like, it's just spiraling. You created that energy for it to spiral that way. But when you change how you show up and the way you start your morning of, let me smile at myself, wipe your tears, my eyes was puffy, and I'm just like, you know what, girl, you're beautiful even after you had a night of crying. You're fine. I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna smile today. I didn't do my makeup, but I did my hair and I felt so good. And I started smiling at people, talking with people, and it truly added to me. So those were the 5 things that I did this week to really just pull myself out of an emotional battle. And am I feeling better? Yeah, I'm decent, but I'm feeling decent, but it's nothing that I honestly need to trip over. It's literally just life. You're gonna go through life, and life is not supposed to be this smooth, linear line. It comes with hurdles. It comes with challenging moments. It comes with moments of insecurities and uncertainty and some disasters in our life, right? But it also comes with so many experiences and moments where you are so joyful and calm and grateful. There's so many good emotions that come of this life as well. And I feel like there is more good emotions than bad, depending on your perspective and your mindset. So that's why it's so important to take some time to get into these 5 things. These 5 things truly helped me to reset my mind and my heart posture going into a new week. So happy Monday to you guys. I love you guys so much. We are getting ready for Valentine's Day, but it's like love month. So love yourself more, because can't nobody love you more than you love yourself. And love the people around you, okay? Really pray that you have good people around you, and just know that even though I'm not beside you, I love you through and through, okay? And through and through and through, however it goes, yeah. Got love for you. And I hate saying goodbye. I really hate saying goodbye, because I just love talking to you. And I hope one day I get to meet you guys and just hug it out and laugh it out. And this world is so beautiful. You know, if I didn't start my YouTube channel, I would never meet you guys. So just imagine, to those who are looking to start a YouTube channel or just start anything in general, if you don't start, you have no idea of the opportunities and the people that you'll come across and meet. And there's just so many beautiful people in this world that need you, that will truly love you. And I love you guys. I thank you guys so much for loving me and having open arms to me as well. So if I don't say that at all or enough, like, just know that I truly, that's how I feel. And for those who are following my second page where we talk all things health and wellness, thank you guys so much for climbing with me to 1,000 subscribers. What? Oh my gosh. Sharing all of the health and wellness tips that I wish I knew 10 years ago, even before becoming a personal trainer, nutritionist, Olympian. I'll tell like all the things, right? That has changed my life to have a better outlook and perspective in this life that you're building and creating every single day. And I love you guys so much. I don't even want to say goodbye. But yes, I hope you guys were able to find value in today's video. Don't forget to give me some hugs and hearts down below, because yeah, I really need a hug. Really need a hug. Something that I'm looking forward to in February though is getting my braces. Hey, the day is coming. So it's coming up in a few weeks. Like it's like halfway through February when I'm getting my braces. But yeah, I will talk to you later.